Blink twice. Here's my review. Naomi Aki plays Frida, who works for a catering company for parties and events. Frida is working at an event for a tech company, a dinner, and after the dinner, with her friend and colleague Jess, played by Alia Shawkat, they both sneak into the after party. During the party, Frida falls over and makes a scene, and she's saved from embarrassment by tech billionaire Slater King. Slater King has been in the headlines recently for scandals and has been hiding out on an island that he recently bought. Slater invites both Frida and Jess to the island to have some fun and to relax, and of course they both agreed to come. When they get to the island, they are both given their own rooms and also given clothes to wear. Also coming to the island are Slater's tech billionaire friends. Vic, played by Christian Slater. Lucas, played by Levin Hawke. Tom, played by Haley Joel Osment. And a celebrity chef, Cody, played by Simon Rex. And a reality TV star named Sarah, played by Aja Arjona, who was recently in the recent Hitman movie on Netflix. Also on the island is Slater's therapist, played by Kyle MacLachlan, and Slater's personal assistant, played by Gina Davis. This mix of people spend several days just relaxing by the pool, partying, having nice gourmet dinners, and just have taken a lot of drugs and just having a great time. After almost a week at the island, one night Jess is bitten on the leg by a snake, and she's fine. But after this, she confesses to Frida that she feels that something is not quite right, and she wants to go home. The next day, all of the men go fishing on a private boat, while all of the women, the girls, they stay back on the island. And while relaxing by the pool, Frida asks the other girls, has anyone seen her friend Jess? And all of the girls say they don't know who Jess is, and they are basically alluding to the fact that Frida came to the island by herself, and she must be imagining her friend Jess. Frida goes looking for her friend in the house, and Sarah catches up with her in the house, and she confesses to Frida that she's having a good time on the island, but she just doesn't feel like, she feels like something is wrong. They go snooping around the house, firstly to go find their phones, which were taken from them when they first came onto the island. And while they're snooping around, they find some drugs, which they find out they are being used on the women to forget what is happening to them on the island. They also find some snake venom, which they learn that can be drunk, and can be sort of an antidote to the drug, and they can slowly recover their memory. Frida drinks the snake venom first, and as the men are returning to the island from the fishing trip, she slowly starts to recover some of her memories of what's been happening to the women on the island. It turns out that every night after dinner, all of the men are raping and beating the women, and then afterwards they are giving them the drug, and the women forget everything that happened that night, and the next day they wake up like they never remembered anything. So once the men are back from the fishing trip, Sarah and Frida decide to pretend like everything is okay, but they've secretly slipped some snake venom into the drinks of the women, and after dinner the women slowly remember all of the bad things that the men have done to them. The women start to go crazy, and a few of the men are killed, and also a few of the men hide out, including Slater, hide out in a part of the house and to hide from the women and lock themselves in. Frida and Sarah discover some photos, and we find out that Slater and his friends have been bringing the same women, sometimes new women, to the island every year and have just been giving them drugs so they never remember what happened every year on the island. Frida and Sarah storm the house and they burn the house down, and most of the men are killed. Frida drags Slater's body out onto the grass. The final scene of the film is Frida and Slater are at a Tech Boone dinner, but this time they both are sitting at the same table, and we find out that Frida has got her revenge. She has somehow used a concoction of the snake venom and the drugs to play with Slater's memory, and now Frida is the CEO, the head of the Tech Boone company. Blink Twice is the directorial debut of actress Zoe Kravitz, who is, of course, the daughter of musical artist Lenny Kravitz. Zoe has starred in films such as The Batman and Mad Max Fury Road, and also the TV series Big Little Lies. Blink Twice is an entertaining film, a mix of satire and horror, but it also comes at a time where the last decade or so we've had quite a lot of movies and TV series that are showing billionaires behaving badly. I did find the first act and the third act of the film very amusing and creepy, but the middle section of the film really lets the film down. The trailer lets us believe that once we get onto the islands that things go bad pretty quickly, but actually it takes about, once we get onto the island, it takes about 45 minutes up until the girls start to express that, okay, maybe something is not quite right here. That middle section of the film where they're just partying and drugs just goes on too long, and some scenes are just far longer than they need to be, just not necessary. I think some tighter editing would have definitely helped here. The cast is all great, and they all get a chance to make an impact and really show, establish their characters a little bit. The third act of the film is quite gory and violent, and even though it doesn't show a lot of it, the sexual violence is quite confronting. I give Blink Twice 3 stars out of 5. A entertaining mix of satire and horror that some tighter editing would have made it a very good film. But I'm still very excited to see what future films director Zoe Kravitz will make in the future. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video. What did you guys think of Blink Twice? Let me know in the comments. See you next time.